Have you ever stopped and wondered why some seniors seem to defy the odds? Why do they live well beyond 100, full of energy, clear minds, and vibrant health, while others fade away much sooner? Is it luck, genetics, or something else? Today, I'll take you on a journey to uncover the free life-changing wisdoms that are scientifically proven to extend your life and improve your quality of it. This isn't about avoiding the inevitable. It's about choosing the habits that empower you to live beyond 100. Stick around to the end because we'll share actionable steps that will transform your health, your happiness, and your lifespan. But before we get into the life-changing advice, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you won't miss our next video on living a longer, healthier life. Stay curious, never stop learning. Meet Nola Oakes, an incredible 95-year-old woman who decided to go to college alongside teenagers, no less. At 95, she graduated with a degree in history and became the oldest person ever to receive a college diploma. But it wasn't just the diploma that made her life so extraordinary. It was her unrelenting curiosity. She understood that lifelong learning was the key to maintaining mental clarity, sharpness, and a healthy, active brain. Studies show that lifelong learning significantly slows down cognitive decline, keeps the brain sharper, and can even reduce the risk of Alzheimer's disease. One groundbreaking study at the Mayo Clinic found that people who engage in intellectually stimulating activities, like reading, solving puzzles, or learning new languages, experience cognitive decline 5 years later than their peers who were less engaged. But it's not just about reading books. It's about expanding your mind in new ways, whether that's picking up a new hobby, learning a new language, or even mastering new technology. This mental exercise, combined with social engagement, activates a powerful neurochemical called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, which has been shown to encourage the growth of new neurons and protect against cognitive aging. Remember when Grandma used to say, "I'm too old to learn new things"? Well, Nola Oakes proved that to be a myth. She did more than just get a degree. She lived an entire second chapter of her life that many people only dream of. There's a reason that why people who engage in lifelong learning live longer and healthier, because they're not just growing older, they're growing better. Start with something that excites you. Maybe it's learning to play an instrument or mastering a new craft. If reading is your thing, consider joining a book club or taking an online course. The key is to keep your brain active and curious. As Nola Oakes would tell you, it's never too late to learn something new. Move like your life depends on it. Let's take a moment to think about movement. How often do we take it for granted? The truth is, movement is life. Take a look at Jean Comenta, who lived 122 years and was riding her bicycle until she was 100. In Sardinia, the world's blue zone where people live the longest, shepherds in their 90s still walk 10-12 miles a day to herd their sheep. Movement is as essential to life as food and water. The science is crystal clear. Physical activity has the power to reverse aging in the body. In fact, regular physical activity, such as walking, reduces the risk of early death by 50%. It prevents heart disease, boosts your immune system, strengthens muscles and bones, and reduces the risk of depression and dementia. For seniors, it's a game changer. Researchers at Harvard Medical School found that people who walk at least 30 minutes a day lower their risk of stroke and heart disease by 27%. Strength training, even twice a week, is linked to greater muscle mass, reduced frailty, and better balance. Key factors in preventing falls, which are one of the leading causes of injuries in older adults. Take a moment to think about your own life. Have you ever seen an elderly person with incredible energy, even when their peers seem frail? That's often because they've kept moving. A great example is the Okinawans, who practice a daily exercise called Ragio Taiso. It's not a gym routine, it's an energetic group exercise session that anyone can join. The key isn't the intensity, it's the consistency. Today, I challenge you to take the stairs instead of the elevator. Walk around the block, do some gentle stretching, or dance while you cook. Movement isn't about doing extreme workouts. It's about building it into your daily life. Whether it's taking a walk, gardening, or even playing with your grandkids, every bit of movement counts. Nurture your social circle. Now let's talk about the power of connection. You might have heard of the Okinawan Moai groups. These are tight-knit social groups where people support each other through thick and thin. These lifelong friendships are more than just an emotional anchor. They are literal life extenders. In fact, people who have strong social relationships have a 50% lower risk of early death than those who are isolated. The impact of social connection on longevity is well documented. One study in the journal Circulation found that loneliness increases the risk of cardiovascular disease by 29%. Other research shows that seniors with meaningful social relationships live longer, healthier lives with fewer health problems. Social interaction is also a huge factor in reducing depression, anxiety, and stress. Betty White, the beloved actress who lived 99 wonderful years, once shared her secret: keep laughing and stay surrounded by people you love. She wasn't just talking about her work. She meant it. Surround yourself with people who make life joyful. Studies show that maintaining positive social connections is key to both emotional and physical well-being. Today, I challenge you to connect with someone you haven't spoken to in a while. It doesn't have to be a big event, just a simple check-in with a friend, family member, or even a neighbor. The point is to nurture those relationships. If you don't have a social group yet, consider joining a community activity, book club, or even a fitness class. The key is to stay connected. Eat like your future depends on it. Let's dive into something that everyone can control: what you eat. In Loma Linda, California, a group of Seventh-day Adventists lives, on average, 10 years longer than the general population. And no, it's not just about avoiding meat, although that helps. It's about the overall plant-based diet they embrace. They eat plenty of beans, nuts, vegetables, and whole grains, foods that are rich in fiber, antioxidants, and heart-healthy nutrients. Studies show that eating a plant-based diet, especially one rich in fiber, can lower your risk of heart disease, stroke, and diabetes. The Mediterranean diet, which emphasizes olive oil, nuts, vegetables, and fish, has been linked to reduced rates of chronic disease and increased lifespan. It's not about eliminating food groups. It's about prioritizing nutrient-dense foods and minimizing processed, high-fat, high-sugar options. In Sardinia, one of the world's blue zones, people regularly eat meals made from locally grown vegetables, beans, and a small amount of meat. The addition of Cannonau wine, which contains potent antioxidants, is often credited with protecting the heart and promoting longevity. But it's not just the wine, it's the lifestyle, where food is always fresh, shared with others, and full of purpose. So let's start today. Swap sugary drinks for green tea, opt for whole grains over refined carbs, and aim to fill half your plate with vegetables. You don't need to go fully plant-based overnight, but start integrating more healthy whole foods into your meals. Your body will thank you. Find your purpose. We've talked about staying physically healthy, keeping your mind sharp, and connecting with others. But none of that matters without purpose. Purpose is the most powerful force when it comes to longevity. Take Fauja Singh, who began running marathons at 89, or Grandma Moses, who didn't start painting until 78, but became one of the most celebrated artists of her time. They didn't just exist, they lived with intention, passion, and a deep sense of purpose. People with a strong sense of purpose live longer and have better health. Research shows that those with a deep sense of purpose in life experience less stress, have lower inflammation, and are less prone to chronic diseases. In fact, having a purpose in life has been shown to lower the risk of dementia and improve overall well-being. Purpose can be found in many forms, whether it's taking care of your grandkids, creating art, helping others, or pursuing something you've always dreamed of. The key is that you need to feel like you matter. That feeling of significance adds years to your life. Ask yourself today, what excites you? What gives you a sense of fulfillment? Whether it's starting a new hobby, mentoring, or pursuing a lifelong dream, finding your purpose doesn't have to be grand, it just has to be meaningful. These 5 wisdoms aren't just about adding years to your life. They're about adding life to your years. The secret to living beyond 100 isn't some miracle pill. It's the daily habits and choices we make that matter most. So, which wisdom will you embrace first? Leave us a comment below and let us know how you plan to take charge of your health and longevity. Age is just a number. Vitality is a choice.